and I'm 36 years old, and I live in Newport Beach. And my breasts feel like chicken skin hanging off the bone. My implants are up high, my nipples are down low, and not at all what my idea of perfect breasts are. I didn't have a typical childhood. My parents were extremely conservative. I was never allowed to wear makeup, earrings. If I would have had a choice, I would have definitely been a girly girl and worn lip gloss and done my hair and looked pretty. My older sister, she did leave home before I did, and so I'd visit her in California. I loved the feel, girls in shape, little short tops, implants. That's what I wanted to look like. So I moved out to California, and all the stuff I wasn't allowed as a kid, I wanted to do now that I was on my own and I had the freedom to choose what I wanted. So I got my boobs done, and probably anyone would have looked at me and thought I was crazy for wanting to get implants because I had 32B, so I had a decent size breasts. But back at that time, Pamela Anderson was really big and famous and all over the place, and I loved how big and full and round her breasts were and her blonde hair, and I just thought she was beautiful, and I wanted to have that look. I didn't want to have scars on my breast that you could see, so my girlfriend told me that her friend had gotten her implants under the armpit. I was sold on the idea. I woke up from surgery, extreme pain, like I'd been hit by a truck. It's the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. And I just remember barely being able to move or talk or do anything, and I could see that the implant was up here and my nipple was down here and not centered at all. I realized I was really swollen and black and blue from like neck down to waist. And it took 6 months for me to be able to lift my arm up to here to get a cup out of the cabinet to get a drink of water. I had talked to my other girlfriends and they had not had that experience at all. They were up and about within 3 days, like shopping for little tops. Then I just had that sinking feeling like, oh no, this is not what I wanted. As far as dating goes, like I've been with 2 guys since I've had my surgery. I'm just not comfortable being intimate with guys, and I don't want them to see my breasts. I just feel like I'm young still, and I want to meet someone, I want a future with someone, I want a life with someone, and the way that my breasts have been so far has held me back from doing that. Hi, how are you? I am checking in for my appointment. Not only am I so excited to possibly get my implants changed and fixed, but I'm so excited to meet Dr. Nassif because I think he's so sweet.
Good morning, Dr. Nassif and Dr. Dubrow. Here's Elle and Shannon.
So Elle walks in, and I'm a plastic surgeon, but I'm also a man. 2 really attractive girls, and Paul's single, so I know he's thinking the same thing. Could you tell us about what's been going on with you?
I got breast augmentation 16 years ago, and it was a terrible surgery from day one.
Did you say 16 years ago?
Yes.
How old are you?
How old were you, like 12?
I was 20.
Okay, so you're 36.
Yes.
Huh?
Okay, you look a lot younger.
Yeah.
Good. I, back then, was really into Pamela Anderson and that bombshell look that she had, and I wanted that look. So I went in for my consult. I didn't even ask any questions. He didn't ask me any questions. He didn't give me any information. I paid him, and that was it. So there was no discussion of size, no discussion of what happens after surgery, what happens during surgery. It was just...
Wham, bam, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Here are your breasts.
They went under my armpits, which I thought initially, oh, that's gonna be great. I won't have scars on my breast.
You had it done.
Yeah.
You came back for your post-op appointment. They took off the dressing.
I didn't have a post-op appointment.
You didn't?
No.
Well, how did the stitches come out?
I had a boyfriend who was a fireman at the time, and I guess he just figured it out.
The fireman pulled out your stitches.
Well, I had tubes draining
You're kidding
under
me.
my armpits.
How did you know?
The fireman pulled out the tubes?
Yeah, because the doctor said after 2 days or 3 days, take the tubes out or something.
The doctor
I
told
don't-
you to take your own drain tubes out.
I believe so.
That's weird. It was basically a surgical one-night stand. What, you don't like that analogy?
No.
What's wrong with that analogy? It's reasonable.
That is
I like
hilarious.
analogies. Don't you think he's a little stiff? Just
Well,
a little
Sometimes.
Well, I like him.
button up. You like
I actually
him?
like him. Yeah, I have a crush on him.
She does.
Is that true?
Uh-huh. I've always liked him.
Elle has the hots for Paul. Ah,
I want boobs and a husband, and you're single.
She wants boobs and she's single. You've got boobs and you're single. It kind of works.
Anyway, let's continue our
possible.
discussion.
It's funny.
When someone flirts with you, the goal always is either one, ignore it, or two, deflect it. How has this affected your life?
Like I've missed out on all these years of my life, not being comfortable in bikini tops, or if everyone's going to the beach or the pool, like trying to figure out a way to not look like my implants are wrong.
So,
Let's go. Let's do it.
what do you say we look? You know, we have a look.
When I get the implants, there's a lot that I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to go out and to start dating guys, to get a boyfriend and to get a husband and to live happily ever after. This is what I did. I left my bra on to start
Okay.
because I want to show you that my breasts look good in a bra. And I actually love how they look in a bra. And that's
And this is the
look
goal.
that I want. Exactly.
That's very helpful.
So even though the implant's way up here,
Yes.
I actually want this fullness, but this equalness down here.
You are so accustomed to the
Yeah,
Baywatch thing.
yeah.
For you to achieve that with these implants,
Right.
you need to go much bigger. Do not do that. You will look
No.
silly. Elle wants her idea of perfection, which is not nature's perfection. It's just an artificial idea of perfection that really isn't obtainable. So why don't you show us what they look like without the bra?
Okay.
Now put your hands on your hips and push. Okay, so we call this an animation deformity. You can see
Animation? Like a
animation,
cartoon?
like animating, like when a muscle's being flexed, that's called animation of the muscle. And I'll bet you when you lean forward, relax for a second, when you lean forward, that's even made to look worse. See, look at this. That breast mount is way up here. And it was always up here, right?
Yes, and I'm dying right now. It's a validation for me to have them say, oh wow, this was done bad and the implants were not placed properly, but it's still embarrassing.
I think we can help you in a huge way. I'm very optimistic you'll have a good result. I believe that I can, without too much difficulty, give her that is very aesthetically pleasing, that's actually beautiful. But I'm concerned that she may want a result that is sort of an old historic idea of breast perfection that really whose days are long gone. Wherever nature gave you breasts is where I'm going to give you breast implants.
Well, what if I want a little sexier than nature?
I will tell you, no, well, that's what the size thing is about.
I'm confident that he can definitely make my breasts look better than they are now, but I'm just hoping somehow that I can get the fullness that I want.
So let's strive towards getting you looking amazing, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Great
Thank you.
meeting you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm checking in for surgery. For 16 years, I've had these implants, and they were wrong from day one. I never thought that I'd have the opportunity to have these implants removed and have new ones put in. I almost can't believe that it's actually happening.
Did you get the happy stuff?
She got enough, but I want to see if it's enough because she
here
may
we go.
need more.
A horse walked into a bar, and the bartender said, "Hey, why the long face?"
Oh, she needs more. She needs more. Maybe Dr. Bro's just not funny. That's also.
I am funny.
He's funny when he's not trying to be funny.
That wasn't funny.
I think that was funny. That
was so not
I think
funny.
that was very funny.
completely not funny.
I think that was very funny.
I am funny. Paul looks funny. This girl has a little bit of a crush on Paul Nassif.
Really?
Elle represents a category of patients that are potentially very tricky. Her judgment may be in question. Let's face it, she's attracted to Paul. I think the biggest challenge with Elle's surgery today is not really necessarily a technical challenge, it's meeting her expectations. I'll first make an incision under her areola and remove her old saline implants, then release the muscle that kept her breasts in an unnaturally high position. I'll finish by closing off the pockets to keep her breasts from falling into her armpits and giving her a new pair of slightly larger silicone implants.
Hello, my darling.
Elle, how are you?
I survived?
Uh-oh.
No, meaning I'm alive. This
Yeah?
is good.
Are you in pain?
I am in pain.
Yeah.
This is the day after surgery, and I'm feeling excited that it's done. And even though I haven't seen my implants, I have a good feeling about them.
Let me have a look.
Okay.
Okay? And when were these drains changed, emptied last? Do you know?
Possibly this morning.
Okay. This is just a quick check. This is just a check to make sure you don't have an infection, you're not bleeding, you know? Oh, right? A little relief there, maybe? Okay, let's take that out. Okay, there's no evidence of any weird bleeding or infection or anything bizarre. So far, so good. They're gonna swell out this way, so if you saw them right now, you'd think you have too much side breast going. But the good news is I stitched up the outer pockets so they won't fall into your armpits anymore. I released the muscles so they're not way up high. They're sitting where they should in your breast pocket. Elle's breasts look pretty good so far. It looks like everything's healing and in place, and all of the work I've done is holding. I think you'll be pleased with the results.
But I'm really pleased with the whole surgery.
The process.
Yes.
Good. I want it to be a good process.
He was great. The anesthesiologist, whatever he did.
Isn't
was
he awesome?
Great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Now that I have my new implants, I'm especially looking forward to dating and that comfortableness of not having to hide.
So we'll just keep a close eye on things and make sure you heal well. If you have any issues, just text me, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, so your job is to heal. Cool?
Very cool.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're
You did
welcome.
amazing.
So far, so good.
So I'm getting ready to show my friends this new look, and I feel confident, I feel happy, and I feel like it's the start of my new life, and things are gonna be exciting for me from here on out.
Cheers to Elle. She's gorgeous. She needs to realize she's gorgeous. She needs to feel comfortable with this and go out more. Oh my God! Jesus! Elle looks so happy tonight. It's crazy. I mean, I've never seen her smile, feel so comfortable about herself. I mean, she's just glowing.
Elle, you look incredible. How do you feel?
Great.
I'm sorry, I can't stop staring at your chest.
No looking allowed. No, just kidding. I don't think there's any other doctor that could have done this good of a job given the situation that I had. Before, my skin hung off my implants and made my breasts saggy and the nipples weren't centered. And now my implants are nice and round and firm. I feel sexy, I feel pretty, I'm comfortable being naked, and I feel good in my skin.
We should send a photo to Nassif of your implants and your dress. Try to get him out here tonight.
We should. I am still hoping that somehow Dr. Nassif will give me a call and I'll be able to go out with him. I'd love for him to give me a chance. I feel shiny.
You do?
And new.
You look shiny. To a new beginning.
Yay.
With your new implants.
Yay!